Hi guys, welcome back to another Bourbon Santa video. Today we have something super new, super fresh, and a first version of batch 1 of Seelbach's Private Reserve. So most of you probably already know this, but Seelbach is an online retailer of whiskey, alcohol, whatever. This is their first private barreling, private bottling, independent bottling, however you want to say that. They put together their own finished whiskey. They sourced it, did the finishing, and put it together. So this is Seelbach's Private Reserve straight bourbon whiskey, finished in toasted French oak and maple syrup barrels. Batch number 1, 57.7% alcohol, and it's got a bottle number on there too. Not that that's important. So, here's the specifications. On the back it says, Seelbach is an independent bottler of exceptional spirits. This bottling started with a blend of 2 lots of barrels. The blend is 66% 2-year and 6-month-old bourbon, and 34% 10-year-old and 2-month bourbon barrels. This mix then rested in new medium toast French oak barrels and ex-bourbon maple syrup barrels. The final batch marries notes of creme brulee, oak, and baking spices. An experiment in fine bourbon. It says it's aged a minimum of 2 years because of that younger bourbon that's in there. Distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. So what that means? Aged in Chattanooga, Tennessee, finished and bottled in Jacksonville, Florida. So, super excited about this because I find that I really like the profile that comes from French oak. And I have an American single malt over there that's a French oak aged. Absolutely love it. And I tend to find that my palate prefers those notes that come from French oak for whatever reason. And then the maple syrup barrels. That makes this exciting to me. And those were ex-bourbon maple syrup barrels. So originally they held bourbon, then maple syrup, then this bourbon. So here we go. I haven't tasted this yet. I did smell the bottle as soon as it cooled off from the UPS truck. Or was it FedEx? Doesn't matter. I did smell the bottle. I had to give the bottle a little sniffy sniff last night, and I had to review this immediately because I'm dying to know what this tastes like and smells like, and I'm very happy to have the opportunity. Let's go. Oh, wow. The maple syrup absolutely comes through. Tons of vanilla. There's that oak spice that I find from that French oak that I love. That's the majority of what I'm getting on the nose is maple syrup, vanilla, and oak spice. Little hint of rye. I could go with baking spices. There's some baking spices hiding in there. There's a little bit of maybe nutmeg. Not quite cinnamon, but something else in the same ballpark. Let's taste it. Oh, that's nice. The younger bourbon comes through. You can tell it's there. You end up getting the cherry along with that vanilla on the palate. The oak is absolutely there. The spicy oak from the French oak. The maple syrup makes it a creamy mouthfeel, really, really viscous. I'm excited to see what this does as it opens up a little bit. There's a little waxy nut note, like walnut, maybe something else, but it's a little bit of a waxy nut. A little prickly pear from the rye. There's a fruit note that I'm getting like very faint hints of, and my brain is wanting to say either peach or apricot, but I'm only getting like tiny little hints of it, and it's hard to nail down. I'm starting to get what they're saying with the creme brulee. There's a little bit of a caramelized sugar note that starts to come through after you're a sip or so in. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, that fits my flavor profile. I like that. The French oak really comes through. The French oak for me absolutely comes through and gives me that really nice spicy oak note that I like personally. I'm really glad I got two of these. I'm really glad I got two of these. I'm excited to see how this opens up, how it changes a little bit with getting a little air in it. But man, right off the bat, they hit a home run with this. They really jumped both feet into to doing a finished whiskey for their first independent bottling, and I'm shocked. It really came out. I knew they'd do a good job. Seelbach is a good company. I knew they'd do a good job. I would like to see that younger whiskey get a little older. I'd prefer if that younger whiskey was around 4 years old. That the youth shows through a little bit, but it's not bad. It doesn't distract away from the what you're getting out of this whiskey. That's bringing your really nice young vanillas and some of those creamier notes like that. But I would like to see that a little bit older so that some of those other young feeling notes subside. Other than that, this is pretty great. So if you get your hands on one of these or get to try it, consider yourself lucky. There's not a ton of this to go around. So this is a fun one. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, have a great day.